Fidelity Quest is there. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yeah. And Peter Clark. Self on screen, eh? Wind it all down. Everything's working. Good. Good morning, folks. Just looking at the thing there on the studio. I said, Ralph Lewis, message deleted by the Google moderator team. Well, I didn't see what he said. Peter Club, g'day. Ralph Lewis, g'day. G Player, she's been waiting there for a bit of a time. I don't know, 20 minutes or something. How are we doing this morning? How you doing, Augie?
Doing okay, it's the week is done for me. It's Friday night at 8 p.m.
So we're going to talk about we're going to talk about 32 square meter homes in condo style. And poor Augie tells me he lives in something smaller. It's okay for a guy.
It's just about that size.
Is it just about that size? Is it?
Yeah. Let me see what it would actually be in meters.
So how many feet by feet is it? Divided by 3.
It's 10 feet by 40 feet. So 400 square feet. I don't know how many square feet in a square meter.
So it's 10 feet by
40 feet.
So 40, 12. So it's 12 by 4, you might just say. 4 12s. 10 feet, so no. So 3 12s are 36, probably 36 square metres. No, it's probably bigger than a condo, actually. 40, yeah, 39, so it's 13 by 10 feet, that's 3.5 metres, it's 13.
Under 3 meters, isn't it? Or just a little hair over 3 meters.
So that's about 40 square metres, Or, 35 square metres, 35 to 40 square. So it's a little bit bigger than a condo. Look,
I'm living
personally,
in a lap of luxury.
Yeah, personally, I could live in something like that. Like all I need is a bed, a fridge, a bathroom, and an internet connection, and I'm good. But when it comes to obviously cohabitation with your partner and everything else, no. But in my latest video, let me drag the latest video across. Where is it? So I was giving a bit of an example here of they had it here in IKEA. They had a special room made up, right? They said, "Welcome to our 35 square meter home." This is 35 square meters. Well, let me just get out of your face here. So we go in, so there's your kitchen on the right hand side, the table. Could have your stuffed toy. What house is complete without a stuffed toy? There's your TV. Right, so there you go. There's your bed. Right. The bathroom.
And closet.
Washroom, you got your
laundry.
And like, this is for 3 people. How 3? Like 2 people and a baby? Come on. I honestly, that is just so small. Where would I put my computer?
A home that size would would make it to where you would eat your young.
Yeah. But that's typically the size that we're talking about, as a condo here in Thailand, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Could I? Yeah, I said as a single, yes, and bring in the occasional girlfriend home to have a bit of whatever you do with girlfriends. But play Scrabble. But what?
Watch a video or two.
Watch a video or
Do some
two. Play
YouTubing?
Scrabble. Mr. Mitch, g'day. How you doing? And Richie Kingstar, g'day. So yeah, play Scrabble. Watch some TV, cook some food. But have them living there all the time with you. That would just drive me nuts.
That's why people go out.
Well, I suppose, yeah. Like here, like Chanya's at work, so it's not a problem. But when she's home, she doesn't live in the bedroom here. She sleeps in the bedroom. I operate the studio from the bedroom. But other than that, we don't live in each other's pockets. She's downstairs watching TV or something or other else, and. She's got the walk-in closet, in the room next door. You know how it works. G'day, Dowlow. How you doing? Fidelity question. So what are we? We're just good morning. Just mentioned slow at network, so I brought my tablet. We'll be watching but not commenting. That's all right, Lewis. No worry. I don't know why Google would want to delete that message, but anyway. Maybe you deleted it, I don't know, it's weird. Was it, no, that looks bigger than 25, no, that looks bigger than 25 square metres. They said 35 square metres didn't it say 35?
Yes, it was 35 square meters.
35 square metres, yeah.
Extra 10 square meters is a lot of space.
Wazza, what's a Patreon feed called again? Patreon feed called? Peter, what's a Patreon feed called again?
Maybe he's wondering what the name of your Patreon feed.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I think it's in the description box down below. Oh, no. Let me just turn
Ring
that
of
off.
Steel finally down. I don't know.
Patreon. Where is it? Should be there. Channel, Patreon, there it is. It's this one.
TM30 song, TM30 song.
Oh, stop that. Yeah, so I guess that's what he means. What's the link to the Patreon feed? All the links. Look, it's part of the defaults of everything I post. All those links are down below. If you ever get lost or where anything is, it's all down there. You just might just filter through all the, bullshit I write. Maybe I should just trim it all down, trim it all down. Just the links. That's all we want. Just the links. Leave me alone. Yeah, Peter, Mr. Mitch, Mr. Badalo, Ring of Steel finally down. Ring of Steel finally down. I'm not quite sure what he means by Ring of Steel.
I think you might be talking to Dowlow. Sure. I've never heard of the Ring of Steel.
Oh well, didn't Dowlow get married? I think no, Dowlow.
No, yeah. He's not. He's smarter than that.
I have to go and look at his page. I'm pretty sure I saw something. Yeah. Yes, mate. Melburnians everywhere. So, just trying to follow the conversation. I give up trying to follow the conversation. Oh, there's a ring of steel around Melbourne. Johnny Siam, good morning, good afternoon. Same say, Ron Dawson. Anyway, so people I wanted to talk about condos again. I do remember we did this 12 months ago, or in the thing we're looking at some pricing where we're talking about the house. It's probably about time we did it again, so to see what's changed in the thing. But I did prepare a page. Where is it? I did prepare a page. Here we go. I have a page prepared. Right. So I did a initial sort of search criteria, Bangwa, which is the end of the BTS line there. There's a lot of condos going up and being built around there. This is where Tim was staying when he was living in Bangkok. Well, when he first lived in Bangkok, he was staying in Bang Wah, so his girl could sort of BTS it into the city and do her work and all that sort of stuff. And so he was staying in the President, which is, that's the, if you've ever been to Bang Wah BTS, if you're looking north from the station, there's these three massive towers. I don't know if there's any way we can actually sort of show
Street
you.
view?
Street view, yeah. Let's go to a street view. Then we have Stephen there. G'day, Stephen. Good morning. How are you? Or good afternoon in your case.
How you going?
Good.
Stephen, do we have?
Let's do a street view. See if we do a street view here. That's Bangkok. Come on. Bang Wah.
Thailand Unplugged.
Yes,
So
okay.
if we go to here, that's not a very good street
I just
view.
want to get plugged into Thailand. Get the hell out of the
Really?
state.
Well, I'm unplugged, mate.
Plugged and unplugged. If we have a look there, we might be able to see it better. Yeah, so let's go along the street a bit more.
I'm going back to Thailand for a lot of holidays. It's not happening, is it?
Oh, no. Our positivity rate's going up, so it sucks.
Yeah, so you have
Where's that,
the
Warren?
that's the well, we're just talking at the President. So that's the VTS just there, above the bridge there. And that's the obviously the other bed. That's the MRT going across that. This is the President. President Suites. This is where
okay.
this is where.
Where's its wavy orange hair?
Yeah, so you can see that from the station better than you can see from the street view. But yeah, the President. They get the three towers.
Yeah.
So this is where Tim was staying, and he was in a 32 square metre condo as well. What we were talking about, so this is just to fill you in, Stephen. Obviously, this week's video we did a walk through IKEA, and as we were just saying, there was one little showroom piece that they did there of a typical 35 square metre, condo sort of setup with all IKEA furniture. Right, and just my comments in the video, we just played it again there. It's just, I can just never see myself living in one of those sort of things. Where do you put your computer when you put all the other stuff in it, But yes, Tim was staying in something that was 32 square metres, so it's slightly smaller than that.
Oh, shit. That'd be like a little bloody caravan, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I said, as we said, Oggie's motorhome is bigger than that.
Yeah. When I first went to Thailand, Warren, Mel had two small condos, and I couldn't handle it, mate. They were just, she wanted them for investment, and I said no. Told her to sell them.
Yeah.
They were just tiny. Oh, crazy. But I mean, I was new to Thailand, so I probably would have been better off keeping them, but who knows. But they were just miniature.
Yeah, they are. They're very small. As I said, of course, I wasn't going to video sort of Tim's condo. I haven't actually been in any. But yeah, so we were looking at the condo prices about 12 months ago. I think was the last time we really looked at it, or maybe January. It was before the pandemic started, at least anyway. So I'm just looking at. Honestly, 68 square metres, 14 million. They're like, seriously, some people. What's that? I've just done a search here, Bang Wah, lowest price. Didn't care about how many beds it is. I think you're only going to get one bedroom in a condo starting price. But Metro Park Saton. So Metro Park. One of Chanya's girlfriends actually lived in this Metro Park. So
where's that one, Metro Park? Where's that?
Metro Park. Yeah, let me just pop out of the screen again.
Right. 1.2, that's about right. That's what they're going for now.
Yeah. Metro Park, so that's the MRT. And Metro, that's the thing. Metro Park, here it is.
40,000 US?
Yeah, so Metro Park's here.
They've all dropped in the R's. Really bad.
I don't know if we can get a street view inside. We can get a street view just there.
Yeah, just the general area, yeah.
Well, that's not really a very good street view, is it?
You dropped yourself in the alley, dude.
Yeah, I dropped myself in the alley. Yes, I did, didn't I? Okay, so we got something we can go into the Metro Park. You're not going to see it all there.
Okay, it's over to you, is it?
It was a nicely done area. So they've got townhouses as well as condos in Metro Park. It's sort of gated community. It's actually quite nice inside. She was in a condo, which had access to a pool in the front and everything else. But I'm pretty sure her room was a 2-bedroom style, so it was a 2-bed, not a 1-bed. So it was a lot bigger than what your typical starting price. But yeah, the Metro Park's not a bad area. That actually looks like the pool area where she was staying. 12 photos. Again, 35 square meters or 32 square meters. You don't get much for 32. Photos never do this thing justice. They really don't. The condo that she was in was fairly nicely appointed. It was fairly modern. Security doors and everything else.
So what's this one worth, you reckon?
That one there, they were just the same. That one's 1.2 million.
Oh, Jesus.
Geez, I could buy that tomorrow and have some change. But yeah, after you put the furniture and fittings and everything else in there, you're probably up to 2 million. I don't know.
We can buy them, Warren. Falun can buy them.
Yep, they can. Yep.
You don't need to sign your life over.
30.26 square meters. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, has air conditioning, garden security.
That's not bad, is it?
Well, as I said, when you look at what you get for 32 square meters, my video gave you a bit more of an impression than what the photo. I can get my video back up.
There's
again.
one going down at Nana Plaza, don't you? What's it, road? Soy 4, isn't it?
Soy 4.
Soy 4. Down the end there, they're called near the Ibis Hotels. They're selling condos there, fairly big size, 1.8 million.
Yeah, so here we had this is that was just a room there, but and you're playing hide and seek. But yeah, so they had this one here, which is the 35 square meter. Welcome to our 35 square meter home. Once you put all the stuff inside, you really can't swing a cat. You've got to have your stuffed toy.
I beg to differ. There's plenty of room to swing a cat.
Oh, you cat of 9 tails. Maybe a cat, but you can't swing a cat of 9 tails. Come on.
Oh, if you put it in a bag, I suppose it'd be all right. Around.
The tail is there for a reason.
Bag.
Haven't you ever heard the term swinging a cat? Maybe it's an English term. Cat of 9 tails.
Is it supposed to be a cat of 9 tails?
Yeah, swinging a cat.
I just figured it was a living cat. A living cat's a lot smaller than a
That's right. A cat of 9 tails. That's a good 4 foot long whip.
You grab the living cat by the tail and swing it around. If you can swing it around, it's nice size. It's pretty stupid.
So when you start to again, so you got the fridge, you got the cooktop. It really is, apart from the fact you've got open walls there because it's IKEA, you can imagine a wall being there, but and then you get your bedroom, you're just on top of each other.
Window.
Oh, it's just, and then of course you got your, like, mirrors make the place look bigger, they certainly do, but, I just, where do I put my computer? That wouldn't be my first question.
Didn't you see infinite copies of yourself?
There you go, just in the toilet there, Warren.
Mm-hmm. No,
Yeah. You don't have to move.
Remove the toilet and make it be a napper crapper.
So it gives you a better idea of the actual size that you're dealing with here to put the stuff in. When you put the stuff in, you get there's nothing you can. Basically you're living in each other's pockets. I just could never see myself living in something like that. Like the flat I lived in Hornsby, like that was at least 3 times the size of that. That wasn't too bad. At least it was 2 bedroom. But that was my only experience of living in what you would call an Australian condo. Well, we call them flats, flats or apartments. the whole idea gets misconstrued across the different geographies. Yeah, we just call them flats. I don't know why they call them flats, because they're flat. You know,
To a townhouse, which is 2 levels. You know?
What do you call them in America? You call? Oh, I hope you're from America. You're not going to get insulted, are you? What do you call them over there?
Sure.
Condos?
What I mean, if it's an apartment, it's an apartment, and it can be anything from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why they call them apartments, because you're very close together.
Apartments, yeah, on top of each other.
A condo is something you own. An apartment is something you rent. So that's the difference between the two.
All right.
Really? Okay, I never looked at it that way.
That's
Yeah.
why people that a lot of landlords will take an apartment complex and they'll make it go condo, which means they sell the apartments to the tenants, and so they will, like in New York, they will try and get rid of the rent-controlled renters, so they can turn around and sell condos where you actually own the unit. And then you can do anything you want to with it, but you still have to pay condo dues, and yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just a quick alert that other people have joined us, so that we get Sean Mark. G'day, Sean. How you doing? Probably looking forward to getting back to Thailand anytime soon. We had our American friend Vance. He managed to run the gauntlet of all the paperwork needed. Vance, there is a Bangkok Insider video coming out. Probably I'll get it coded next week. But he was doing a little trip to Colombia. So he went from Thailand. He stopped off at in Texas there for 5 days on his way to Colombia. In that 5-day stopover, staying with a friend of his, because like back then the pandemic was only just a talking piece. Nothing really going on at the end of March this year. And in that 5-day period, they shut down the airport in Colombia. So there he is, stranded in Texas. He then tries to get a plane ticket to get back to Thailand, and Thailand also shut down their borders. So he gets stuck there in Texas for 9 months. Anyway, finally managed to run the gauntlet of all the paperwork and the medical certificates and the certificate of entries, and he had a real timing issue as well, because the fact that his visa actually ran out on the 25th of October. And so he had 3 weeks to get all this sort of stuff so he could get back into the country, so that he could renew his visa in the country, because he would never have been able to get back in without it, being on a retirement visa. So, but he did. He managed to get all the paperwork done. Did his 2 weeks in quarantine, and he's out and about. And we had lunch last Monday with him, or morning tea. And we took a wander around, and I asked him. We basically covered all the information about what he went through, but I couldn't make a video. We were actually going to sort of recut that whole video and do the whole Q&A thing and ask him all the specific questions, because he was just questions were being fired off from 10 people, right, for 2 hours. The guy must have felt overloaded. So I asked him a couple of questions, but. You could sort of see he was a little bit frazzled after 2 weeks in quarantine. And then of course his girlfriend calls him up and says, "I'm 10 minutes away from the condo," and I guess girlfriend takes more precedence than 10 guys sitting in a coffee shop. So he disappeared to go and see his girlfriend. So why wouldn't you? But anyway, so he made it back. So Sean, you can do it. It just takes some work. Anyway, so Patrick Brillerall Senior, he's have to step into the hall to change your mind. Yeah, the condos. Step into the hall to change your mind. Exactly. What was meow bang? Yeah, I can't sing.
That's what I was laughing at. It's
okay.
Hello, swinging a cat. Meow.
Yeah. No, swinging a cat goes. That's how it sounds. It doesn't meow. That bloody swinging a cat. Hi, sneaking sadly through the alley. Yes. Roy, the great thing when I'm in Jontium, I never had to use the aircon. getting a lovely sea breeze there. Well, actually, it's been quite cool. The last few days here, we've had actually quite a change of weather. It's been actually quite brisk at night, down to 22, 23 degrees Celsius. It's been perfect to run out and get dinner and everything else on in the soy here. I still have the air conditioning on because I don't like I like the dry air rather than the humid air.
We're down around 10 C.
Well, I run it at 27 degrees Celsius anyway, so I don't run it cold. It just keeps the air moving and dehumidified. If you're not in a cast, get a chook, get a sunny Siam. 3 Jazz, how you doing? Just handed off the grandkids, peace and quiet. I bet, Andy. Good on you, Andy. Anyway, so that's caught up with everybody who's joined us. Yeah, so getting back onto the whole condo thing, these sort of things, as Stevenson said, we as foreigners can directly buy these things if you have the money. But of course, the downside is the fact that you probably will not get a bank loan to buy it. You'll be paying cash. And the thing that always gets me is they list these prices for Thais. What's the cash price? Is it negotiable? Me and Stephen Monash used to argue about this thing here. Thais do not discount. Right? I've never seen a Thai discount anything in my life. They'll throw in extras, but they won't discount anything. What is that?
So if I pay the 1.2 million, can I have 2? Like knock the wall out between them and you have twice as much space.
Well, maybe it's the 2.4 million. If you can get 2 side by side, you probably could.
You said they throw in extras. I'll take an extra unit.
You take an extra unit. Mind, that's one of the things that we see here in the street here with the townhouses is because like these townhouses, they're 40 years old. They probably go for they're 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom. They're 4-story. I don't know. I'll give you an idea. Let me just go and find pop out of the maps again. Escape. Go on. Go on. There we go. So if we go into our soy here, I don't know when the last time the street view was done here, but we'll have a look. Yeah, so this is, which will get my bearing. So our house is up here. The street view doesn't go all the way up to the end of the street here. Our house is over there. Well, that's our rental. But these are 3, they're 4-story, what they call shopfront houses. Typically what they do is they buy 2. 1940, thanks so, couple of markup. Yeah, so they buy 2, right? So they go for about 1.2 million, roughly, on the pricing, so depending on who you're talking to and how run down they are. This one here, this is typically what they look like. That was this is the year before, 2019, this is last year. These 2 have recently been sold here, and that's all been painted and brisked up, and they've knocked out walls between the 2. So again, they've bought 2 to do up. That gives you some decent size. Like that's about 4 meters across. So it's 12 feet wide, probably 12.5 feet wide, something like that. I've never actually measured it, but I think it's about 4 meters across, and they're 25 to 30 meters deep, and you've got 3 floors above, and then you've got the garage. This space here is usually vacant because it's a bit of a weird shape that they have these buildings at. But it's a bit of a strange construction. It's actually fairly open plan here for the first 2 floors. It's only the back of the house.
So Warren, let me ask you a question. Why didn't you buy one of those instead of getting a house?
She didn't want it. She wanted new. Oh, look, we did look at these sort of things, and again, the new pricing in some of these estates. 3 Jazz, couple of markup. Yeah, so we looked at some of the new ones, but the new style townhouses like this and the newer estates, they're also going for 3 to 4 million as well. So it's the only way you really make a bargain is in these older style 25 to 30 year old, right? Thais, and it's a really weird thing. When I've talked about it to Chanya, it's more about I think somebody died there. I don't want a ghost. that sort of thing. Somebody else has lived there. And that's one thing that Thais are very much against. That's why these older ones, especially the older they are, and if there has been a bereavement or a death in the house, they go for an absolute song. They really do. But Thais won't buy it.
I was just thinking, if you bought something like that, shame you could have a shop at the bottom of it and so forth,
Oh yeah, that we had totally discussed it, and yeah, so
Mel had her shop at the bottom. She had something like that, right, but much bigger. It's on Sugarmit Road. There's only one problem with it. She had a panel beater, wrecker next door to that, and someone spraying cars on each side.
So this one here, this green monstrosity here, that's one that has been done up. They've bought the two. They've knocked out walls between. Downstairs they have it's a label printing business. So they got 4 or 5, fairly heavy duty machines that run from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. So they've got a whole sort of business downstairs. Right, and then of course you've got, effectively, I think these are 3-bedroom. It's even got a rooftop as well. Looks like they've extended even further, so it could be 4-bedroom. So it's an 8-bedroom, 4-bathroom mansion, effectively. Probably the square meters, we're probably looking about probably 180 to 200 square meters of house. So it's a definitely sort of, and effectively if you bought 2 side by side, at that price 1.2 to 1.3 on the real rundown, you've probably got about $1 million for renovations and re-rendering and all that sort of stuff to be done, right? Knocking out the walls. So, but you'd get something pretty decent for about for $3 million. I think you'd probably, or 3 to 3.5 to 4 million. You'd really build something quite impressive. But the problem is, with Chanya, everything's based on her business. And her income from her business, right? To go into this sort of project is you need to basically front up with the money, right? I can't get a loan, so I'd have to be paying for it outright, and that wasn't going to go because, that's just the downside. As you see, they're fairly deep.
There's an interesting comment there, Tom Bernard.
Yep.
Have a look at that. That's
as long as the frung stays out of the...
It's actually true.
Yeah, that's if the frung stays at a discount. Just picked up 55 square metre studio penthouse. Thai owner wanted 1.2. We paid... Really? Okay, that's good to know.
As soon as they spot a Falang, the price doubles.
Yeah, I know, and this is...
You're better off keeping right out of it.
Yep, stay. Yeah, that's again. I think we mentioned that last time.
Stay in the car.
But yeah, again, you've just got to do this sort of stuff, And again, that's why I haven't even apart from when we first opened some accounts with the 2 banks. That's the only time they've seen a Farang involved. But that's just between clerks, basically. The banks, every time she talks to the bank, I'm not involved. I don't go anywhere near those discussions. It's Chanya's all to do with it, right? She's doing it as Thai style, a Thai person who has a business for 2 years, shows profitability, right? I said we printed up 40 to 50 pages of freaking accounts and records in the last 2 days. She ran that off to the bank again. So the discussions are still going on. So we just don't know. I just don't know where it is. I'm just not involved. And the best thing, as Stephen says, is just stay out of it. It's a Thai thing. Johnny Siam, Kappa Markup. Stephen said get a haircut.
Oh, you're coming on, John. Yeah, I was talking to him before we come on here.
Go on, Johnny.
Let's hang up. We'll go over and go on the Warren. He's coming on the Warrens, apparently. Where did you go? Never mind.
Yeah, so yeah, stay out of the negotiations. When it comes to those sort of things, your best to just just eat humble pie, and hopefully that your Thai partner, let me get the little jing. Hopefully, put all the little things over there in the bucket, dropping the stuff in the. I love the little animation. The animation is great.
What's that green one? That's near your place, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just around the corner from me.
What are they doing there?
they've got there's like little label printing machines.
Oh yeah, oh, okay. You said before.
So
What are those things at the front down the ground? Are they open doors or something? Open windows?
yeah, they
Well,
basically, because it's a business and it's got machinery, they don't air condition it, right? That just gives you airflow through because the people have got to work inside. So they got front and side.
Sucking on those chemicals.
Yeah. So, but there are other ones that have done. Like sort of, I think there's another couple up here. Very hard to get around that truck. Get around the truck there. So there's
Shore Street, is it?
Yeah, this is just outside our street. The gates in the front, but again, this one's a bit older. But that's been two joined into one. Look, they said I'd like to get Chanya coming home one day, and we're just going to do a walk around the soy, because she's lived in this area for 30 to 35 years of her life, so she knows everything that goes on in this area. And so we can ask those specific questions. What goes on here? What's happening here? And of course, this is street view too, because things change so rapidly in the street. It's not funny.
Yeah.
So and again, people doing up single versions of the houses. But 4 stories, like I'd have to have a fucking lift in there, excuse me. I'd have to have a lift.
What's your house? Is your house 2-story or 3?
It's 2-story, yeah.
Oh, okay, so
you don't actually see, this is as far as the street view. The street view is not actually gone any further. So these are our
estate,
Yeah,
they've got a guard there, have they?
They've got a guard house. And they've got gates that are always open. There's CCTV cameras everywhere. But yeah, so ours is this one over. Just
a good area.
Can't actually see it there.
So what would a house cost in there, Warren?
Well, we can do the query. So we're in non-complu, NONGKHANG, non-complu, non-chem. That's our area. Right, and there's no condos here, so let's go for house.
Townhouse, isn't it?
House, townhouse.
Townhouse?
Yeah. I think. There he is, Johnny Rotten. Johnny Siam, Johnny Rotten, same.
G'day, mate. How you doing?
Good,
Yeah,
good.
Johnny, high and dry.
Right, okay, so.
Is that $20 for me, was it?
It was a Talkback Thailand group effort.
Was it? Let me just get this sound balanced on that.
Yeah, you owe me 20, Stephen.
So how you doing, Johnny? It's been a while since I spoke.
Oh, mate, I just had a mental block of process to get on. Sorry about that. Remember, I'm old, and I'm going to run with that. So anyway, we achieved the goal. So good to see you, Waz. Good to see you.
Yeah. So here's one here,
everybody else in the chat.
So here's one. There's one. This is one of
cheap,
these.
isn't it?
1.4 million, 1.45.
Actually, let's have a look at that one at 1.4. That's a cheap ass budget like me, or the one at 1.5. I don't like green. I don't like green.
John, watch the screen on Discord.
If you click into the live on-air streaming, you can actually see what I'm just. You can see the live screen without me.
I'm on it.
YouTube's about half an hour behind us.
It's always is, yeah. So look, the photos don't do it much justice.
Look at that green wall.
Ugh,
Hey?
yeah.
Hey,
Look, this was up here a year ago. They still hasn't sold. So you probably get this
the wall's doing that.
This is only a 2-story, similar. It's a very smaller version. Of a townhouse. What are they sort of saying? 16 square wah.
What area?
Near him.
What area is that, guys?
That's near us.
It's his estate, I think, isn't it?
We're not getting a pin location on it. So, here we go, 64 square metres. So it's twice the size of a condo. Same price as a condo.
How many toilets you get in them things?
They sort of saying there's two. There's two bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 64 square metres, 16
That's
square
not too
wide.
bad. That's not a gated community, so a foreigner can't own that one.
No, it's gated, and plus it's yeah. I think you can, yeah.
This will be a gated one, yeah.
Well, that'd be okay, but I don't think I'd like the green with envy type thing happening.
On, you can repaint it.
So it's PopeKael 81. So map word.
Repaint it, sell it for $3 million.
So from a map point of view, let me say, come on, can we just drop out of the bloody street view, will you? Can't sometimes Google.
Where are we now, what?
Right,
Somebody's
so
backyard.
that one's PopeKael 81. So PopeKael 81 is this weird road here. Right, so it'll be one of these. Oh, look, I won't know where it is, but it'll be one of these things on the back streets here. One of these types of things.
It's got nothing to do with the BTS then.
Well, don't forget, as I said, I kept on saying, so people forget the fact that if we get out of there, this is PopeKael 81. The MRT will finish here on Sai. That's where the MRT will finish in 5 years. So everything in here this is what I was saying earlier on when we were looking. Everything here is about to double in price because, Laksong is where the MRT finishes now, right? And everything up to here ties are so short term, they don't look at the long term prospects when it comes to this sort of stuff. And it totally beats me. I suppose intelligent ties would, and they've probably been buying up, at all the bargain prices. But the average Thai person doesn't, until the MRT is there, until they actually can see the concrete pylons going up, and even that doesn't guarantee it's going to finish. I think Pat did the one on the old railway project that was going from Hulampong to going north, and that was full of corruption and everything else, and the whole project of Can. Well, the pylons went up, and that's as far as it got. And when they've now built the new railway going north, they didn't use the old pylons. They actually built new pylons to mount the railway. Just figure that shit out.
Yeah, that is correct. I watched that for 10 years, and it's a change of government and a change of
you can see it really well.
The routing, because it actually changed a little bit.
Yeah,
so
correct,
maybe a different person had an interest in property in a different direction.
No, I didn't want to go inside the building. Give me a break. Come on.
Why not?
I wanted Chang Water. There we go. It's
be like current affair, an insider.
Right, so you've got the new railway here. There's the new railway going over there, right? And over here, Street View's not going to make me do it.
Hey, that little house there, that'd be prime real estate. That would be prime real estate. That one.
Yeah, so you got the old pylons here. You can see the old pylons for the old railway.
Yeah.
So it's like honestly, what was wrong with using the old stuff that was there?
I think
let's just throw more concrete up.
I think from memory there was a problem with the structural integrity.
Was it? You reckon that's what it was?
Talking about concrete.
That's right, we're talking about concrete.
Oh no!
When I did a little bit of a research into it, there was a bit of a problem with the line of the root line, and the integrity of the structures, because they weren't a single pour. They were poured in stages. In other words, instead of a heap of concrete trucks put on a pour like that, you won in one. There was a whole heap of blokes just, we'll do a bit today and a bit tomorrow, and the integrity of some of it was questionable.
What I'm trying to do is a shop house. That's what we're going to do. We wanted to get them as well, didn't we?
Oh.
The only trouble with that is you set up a hairdresser and the bloke beside you sets up a motorcycle shop, and the one across the road sets up
Yeah.
a brothel, and so you've got no control as far as residential has been residential, what we have in the Western world. If you're unlucky and the bloke next door, he does the audio for funerals and stuff like that, and he spends half the night, testing out his equipment. You can't say, shut the F up.
Okay, so I finally found a shop front there. This one here is saying 2 million. Not quite sure where that location is. Okay, it's just across the road from us. So of course, looks like that one's actually on PopeKael. So the reason why that one's more expensive is probably because it's on PopeKael Road. They get cheaper as you move further away from the actual main road as well, because they are businesses, and of course their exposure to the general public, or to the traffic, I suppose, puts their prices up. And this is what I was talking about. They have this, like their front.
Yeah. That's all through Thailand. It's quite amazing, mate.
Yeah, so this
they
is
do
where.
it for restaurants, I think, Warren. And you get the upstairs bit, and you can lean over the balcony and do whatever you do.
Yeah, so that's what you do there, and then of course you go further up. The stairways are very narrow. The bedrooms aren't a bad size, but that one there is probably a bit on the expensive side. Again, so a lot of this stuff never gets listed on your real estate sort of sites either. There's so much business done through what they call local agencies, and just one-off, real estaters, like freelance real estate agents. They don't actually have a shop, or if they do have a shop, they're operating out of a shop front like this. They don't really. It's not like in Australia where everything goes on the domain. Pretty much, if you want to sell something, if you're not listed on the domain, then it's not going to sell, sort of thing. Over here in Thailand, it's not the case. It never works that way. These are people who are obviously either some agents have sort of snapped onto the whole idea of things working for them, but mostly all this stuff here is done off book between people. And then of course I've heard of some real horror stories where the deeds have been falsified. They've been faked. And people will go in and buy the damn thing, and then all of a sudden, 5 years later, the real owner shows up, or the sons or daughters of somebody, show up and just said, "Here's the real deed. We own this house. Get out."
That happens quite a lot in Thailand.
Yeah.
It's not only Thailand. It happens right throughout Southeast Asia.
Yeah. So you got to. Seek legal advice in any of these purchases.
Well, the whole thing
actually going through a bit of trouble at the moment with exactly what Warren's talking about.
Who's that?
I can't say, but they're having problems with someone. They bought a block of land, and someone didn't have the proper paperwork, and someone else owns it, and a lot of money changed hands, and
What was there was one that one of our Thai vloggers did something. Was it one of your mates that John runs on your channel? They built a house and it actually overlapped the neighbour's property. They had to get people they had to actually get the land surveyors out. They found the markers, right, and his house was actually 18 inches into the neighbour's property. They actually had to go through and get a concrete saw and cut the corner of the house off.
No, I don't know about that one.
Oh, so I remember seeing that 6 months ago or something. One of the Thailand vloggers was doing a story about that one. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. He's an English gentleman in the East Arm area.
It's up in East Arm.
Well, we're Western world. We want to see real stuff, real markers. We want to see it before I buy any land. I'd want the markers there. I'd pay the money for the surveyors. You do see it where some of the sellers will get a surveyor in, and there'll be conflict with neighbours. Then somebody else will get a surveyor, and they're all telling you that, there's meterage differences. It depends on who's paying who, but there is the actual government surveyors that come out, and that's it. Not the private contractors.
And they dig down and find the original markers, because usually things get top filled and they're going to dig down 2 to 3 feet to find the original markers, because they've raised the land because it was a rice field, or oh my god. it's quite a
there's a whole lot of the government blokes have virtually converted it to GPS, and they can just walk along and just go bang. It's supposed to be there within kind of a metre, and they'll dig until they find it. And if it's not there, then they declare that's where it is. And that's government done. It's not the neighbour, somebody else, and then you've got true property line. And anybody that doesn't get a true property line before they build something, unless it's right in the middle of what they know for a fact, would be foolish, I would say. There was another Thai vlogger. He built a fence along his marks. Then it was surveyed for, the next door was surveyed for property development, and the markers had been moved. Now, who moved the markers? And then this actually boundary fence was a couple of feet onto somebody else's place, so they virtually had to pay a certain amount of money. So what they did is they just went through back door of it and bought the block of land next door,
right,
directly off, through the seller. Contacts, not directly to the seller, because they were demanding all this money, and where they only wanted so much for the block of land, so it was cheaper for them to buy the block of land next door than pull the bloody fence down. There's lots of stories like that right throughout Southeast Asia. So if anybody's going to embark, go to the government's departments, get a government registered person to come out, do your survey, do all that before you hand over a cent, and get all your stuff verified. Otherwise, you're just stepping on glass.
Yeah. So this one here, I've just got up on the screen now, this townhouse. This is similar. That's not actually the same design, but it's, again, it's 100 square metres, which is about the size we're in here. I think the ads have said 2.2 million.
But that's near you, is it?
I'm just trying to find the address. I thought I sort of saw it there. There was this one here, townhouse, non-complu, townhouse.
What are you trying to do? Find an address? What's wrong with your singlet?
It's all right, find an address. Oh, give me a break, Johnny. Can't take him anywhere. But yes, it's a 3-bedroom townhouse. It's this one here. Request details. I'm not going to do a request detail. I don't want to know the details. Yeah, just basically it says that was 3-bedroom, 2
60
baths.
grand, yeah, that's pretty good, I suppose.
Here's a 4-bedroom for 3 million. 144 square metres. So again, they're just old, that's all. You could probably knock that down to 2.5 if it was Thai and you had the money in the bank guarantee. Yeah. They got a fair bunch of photos. Open plan downstairs, plenty good for the sewing machines.
Yeah.
Then you're getting upstairs to the different bedrooms. That'll be out the back.
Nice.
That'll be out the back for the outback kitchen. You got the bedrooms. Again, it'd take some work, but look, I would have been happy to buy something like that. Honestly,
I would have been too. Yourself?
Nothing wrong with that.
It's got all the awnings. It's just going to pay a couple of Thai young blokes to paint the house. But when you get them to paint it,
lime green.
you're going to say, could we have an undercoat with anti-mould paint first? Would be the way I'd go, but you try to get them to put anti-mould paint down. No way.
That black shit, that comes out of the friggin' comes out of the stone, doesn't it? I think
It does. It's basically because it's a mould. It grows on concrete. Yeah.
it's annoying, isn't it?
It's toxic.
Well, no. If you'll be getting rid of it, you have to get a high pressure gun with chlorine in it, and then of course piss the neighbours off and shit like that.
Every bloody house in Thailand's got that.
Yeah.
Wash your house down, get rid of all the crap, and then
you got to basically strip the paint off. You got to do it with an anti-mould, anti-fungal paint to go on the concrete. You need to seal the concrete, then put an anti-mould on it, and then
Bit of wood glue.
Top coat. No, wood glue. Yeah,
that's right. Actually, that's not silly because PVA.
With the floors.
PVA is actually a sealer, and you mix it with the water and you spray it on the concrete, and it'll give you a good sound foundation.
In Australia, they tip buckets of it on the floor, Warren, and squish it over, and that's where you get that sort of concrete look. When you come to some of the houses.
Yeah.
That's
I'd go for a urethane base.
Yeah, you can do that.
Pay a little bit extra because that stuff there will last forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been completely missing what they're talking about on the chat here. Mr. Mitch, Mr. Mitch has joined us. Got a Mr. Mitch because I'm being totally unresponsive to our guests. Tom Bernard, paid a land registry, 5 but simple. Second place. What do we got? Farang's getting cheated in Thailand is a drop in the bucket compared to Thais getting cheated in the land. Tell me about it. Some of the stuff, there's always something on Thai Visa pretty much every week about some sort of resort that's built into state land, or somebody's overlapped or something. Mind you, when you think about it, everything's done on, I think I mentioned that on the last video. So I did my passport update and my renewal of my visa in September. So it goes into all one computer system that Warren's done all this sort of stuff, right? I had to go into the to do the 90-day check-in because you log into the website. That computer's not synchronized with the main computer. And again, housing. How much of this stuff here is centralized? I could make $1 billion here. Doing computer systems to get all that stuff under a central sort of common goal. Get the right people to build the databases, get it all organised, and get Thailand computerised. But you'd lose 20% of your workforce, all the paper pushers, but at least everything would be accurate. And that's the trouble, nothing's accurate here. It's all, you just got to find a piece of paper, and if that piece of paper supersedes and predates another piece of paper, it's gospel, right? I think they have to carbon date some of the paperwork, don't they? Anyway, so are there any cheaper condos for rent in your area? Well, there's nothing in our area for condos. The condos pretty much, I think, Bangkok we might have. Let's have a look at Bangkok. Again, Bangkok would be end of the MRT line, B-A-N-G-K, Bangkok. So this is where the condos pretty much stop at the moment. I can see land being cleared out in the main street out where we are. There's a few farm plots have been filled in because they've got to put those I don't know whether they're putting condos up or what. But there is definitely some sort of preparation going through. People are getting on the bandwagon with that. There are 26 square metres. That's even smaller than that IKEA thing. 1.25 in Lumpini Condo in Bangkok. 1.47. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 26.5. They're getting smaller. What 22.5? That's almost half the size of Oggie's, what do you call it, motorhome.
That's 10 foot square.
It's bullshit, isn't it?
A place like that, you'd have to love it, because if you went inside, you wouldn't be able to change your mind.
That's right. Here's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath townhouse, 64 square metres. Let's have a quick look at that one.
I'm just going out for a minute, Warren. I'll be back later.
Okay, you've got to have your smoke break, I know. I know it is. Looks like that's a
It's on camera.
3 floors. It always gets me, these stairways. They'd never be regulation in Australia. But
They're that steep that they may as well have a slide.
But like they're only sort of 25 millimetre, right? It's 1 inch thick board.
It's okay. That's fine. The board with the stand.
I suppose ties are half the weight of a farang.
But the whole thing about it is normal stair building in Western world is twice the rise plus the going. And a stair can't be over 9 inches, and angles of stairs over there. It's just a case. Half the time they're just about like putting a ladder up.
Yeah, I know. Like in Par's house, the one he built himself on the temple land, he's thrown that up, and like the stair, like I think the rise is higher than the stair depth, so you're going up at least 45-degree angle.
Yeah,
but that's normal. That's what they do in Thailand. Space is critical, and he only has like
It doesn't matter going up. It's the coming down the stairs.
Oh, tell me about it. Yes. Well, there you go. So Bangkok there. That's a 1.8 million, 1-bedroom bath. That's getting a bit bigger in size.
What was that one? Was
1.8, 1.89. This one's Lumpini Park again.
Can we have a look at that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like it's nicely finished.
It's not a bad area. How many metres have we got?
I think that's it. Was that this one here was 31 square metres, so it's getting up to the IKEA size.
Well, if you wanted, just as a drop-in place. Shut up, dog. If you wanted for just a place to base yourself safe out of where you're going there, not so much.
Yeah, so there's the mall. The mall's there.
Or a B&B. Or a B&B would be bloody perfect.
Yeah. So you got the mall in the middle of it. Yeah, the mall's there, and then of course you've got what's that, Bangkok MRT there. So it's a good location, that one. It's right next to the.
It is. That's what made my interest on it. The whole thing about it is you've got to go and stick your head in the door and just see, well, one, is it suitable for your needs, and number two is it a sellable item if you want to on-sell it?
Yeah. So let's have a look at another area. So we've been looking out west, right? Let's go and have pick a location.
Go north. Go north.
Let's go and have a look something north. Come on. Go to Google Maps. Get back on here.
We have to go around
Rangshit.
Out.
I don't know. What's Rangshit? Going north. I just don't know where we find condos. Rangshit. So I think we're looking. These are gated communities. I'm just not really familiar with these areas out here.
That looks very out of it, doesn't it?
Dongmu
infrastructure.
So what about this area here? What do we call that's
like dirt. So it's only very
Bang
new.
Mai. Let's have a look at Bang Mai, which is north of the city. It's out near the airport. Ban Mai. Ban Mai, Northern Buri. So it's not actually Bangkok, it's in the next province. Yeah, there's the north, there we go. So that's a 1-bedroom, 31.5 square metres, 750,000 baht. Right, in a building sort of thing. Looks like it's one it's a condo, an old style condo. Doesn't look like many condos here. There's a condo.
Oh, you're on the other side of town now. You're on the other side of town.
Yeah, we sort of, just picked up an area down near Dong Mueang. So, come on, give me, Dong Mueang. So Dong Mueang here, Bang Mai. I just chose that one there. PopeKael's getting a bit more into the city. I was trying to get away from the MRT, because that tends to put the prices up. And then Rang Sit. How do you spell Rang Sit? I got that one. RANGSIT. Rang Sit. So you won't find any condos up here, but you got some, they're less to choose from, but it's a newer area as well. So that's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 92 square metres, 1.5
Yeah,
million.
1.8 million. That looks pretty sexy.
Okay, let's have a look at that one.
Ooh. 1.8. I wonder how much of the house are you getting?
It looks like it's on a corner block too as well, so you get a bit more land. 30 square wide and 20 square metres usable. It's nicely furnished. It's got a nice stairway, new paint. Is that the kit? That's the inside
Never
kitchen?
buy a house in Asia with the staircase facing towards the front door. Do you know why?
Is that right? Why is that?
No, the Thais won't buy them. It's because your money rolls out the front door.
Sounds like a Chinese proverb by Feng Shui.
It's actually Chinese.
Yeah, this Feng
Thais won't buy
Shui.
them. If you're ever building a house, do not point the stairs at the front door.
Streegers, how do you avoid the Farang tax when renting? We'll get your girlfriend to rent it. So we were only paying 7,000 baht a month when I was only visiting, but as soon as I moved in here, we're now paying 9,000 baht a month for the rental. But it's still better, it's still cheaper than the mortgage. But I think the further west you go, the more lenient those prices get, because I think when they look at a Farang staying, there's also a longevity, whereas if it's in the city, the prices go up because the Farang come and go quite regularly, depending on their job vocations and things in the city. So there's a bit of a...
This house looks quite nice, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's got a little balcony in the front there. Very lived in. She doesn't have anywhere near as many dresses as Chanya does. But that's a nice little. It's nicely done. It's definitely sort of worth.
Bit of a drop.
It is on a gated estate.
Oh, you could buy that one too. It's gated.
I don't know. So that's the thing. It depends. I don't know whether the gating has a. It depends if it's freehold or leasehold.
I think they have to be joined like a townhouse type of thing. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. I read about it ages ago. I'm probably wrong. I don't know.
But freehold you can't.
No, you can't.
So
I
depends.
think that is the rule, actually, Warren. They have to be townhouses and in a gated community. Anything freestanding, you can't have. It's classified as a house. Something like that. Someone will probably look it up, won't they?
Yeah, normally they would sort of
Normally
normally
it
put
was
something here. They put something here, usually freehold or leasehold, in some of these things. But I think now you've got to request details. You got to go through this bullshit and request details,
right.
and I don't really. I'm not.
That looks quite good. That 1.8.
They're selling it twice. They're selling it twice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Two for the price of one.
It's actually cost 3.6 million, right? And you have to pay 1.8 twice. There you go.
Okay. But you get two houses, don't you?
I don't know. It looks like the same house. Maybe they're just going to try and sell it twice. That's it.
It's like an Irishman, to be sure.
To be sure. They said there's a video in
That
here.
looks really good, actually.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find is there a video? They says that they did say one video there, but I can't see the video. Oh. said 11 photos, but on the pro they said there it had one video. See, one video.
Click on that, yeah. Nothing.
Just it's the way it's advertised. People click it. Yeah, there's actually a freestanding 4.2. That's a 2.2. I don't need 6 square meters.
You can't have that.
Well, this is sort of size that show, but this is basically the size of the house that we're buying. You know.
Oh, the one below it looks nice. Any photos?
They really are closing down the 20 photos. 13.5 metres, 21. It's about the same size footing as our house.
Jesus, have a look at that price of it. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that's nice, that. Yeah,
One thing I have noticed about, what is it with the lack of gutters here in Thailand, especially with the amount of water we have?
There's no water in Thailand, apparently, Warren.
Why don't they put gutters on the roof?
I can tell you why, Warren, if you like. Because it's not like Australia. It's not a dry country, and they've got a pretty good water supplies and things like that, so they don't store water.
And what they do, John, what they do is they direct it to next door, and then you back your house starts breaking away and sinking. You want to have a look at Mal's place.
Yes, that's right.
So when you're building these houses, Warren, you just direct your water into next door.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't think they've invented gut. They don't even know what a gutter is.
They do. I've bought plenty of it and put it up.
Well, there's definitely no gutters on these houses here.
Downpipes, I'm talking about. Downpipes.
Downpipes, yes. They are a little bit harder to get, but
very rare.
Last time I was over and I did that veranda job, I had an internal gutter, and because people kept on asking me, how are you going to make this roof match up with that roof? And I said, and they didn't have the concept that you could put a gutter in between it.
Geez, they're bloody good buys, aren't they, really, if you look at it? That's a new one there, Warren. Look at that.
That's a new townhouse.
Oh, that's a townhouse, yeah. Must be close to the city, I suppose.
So you got 3 levels, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, living area, 147 square metres. You could squeeze 2 cars or 1 car and a few bikes.
They put very small cars in the drawings.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. The square. Yeah, they go for all this framework on the outside to make it look pretty, but they're just boxes.
That's a bit scary to buy off the plan in.
How much is this one?
4.4.
Oh shit.
4.9.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But it is 4 bedrooms, so.
Many people, let's be honest. Many people.
So what's you sure you'll leave YouTube? Yeah. Go to site. That's right. Rent Hub. What's this one here you're showing us, Mr. Mitch?
What?
4,000 baht a month. That's a rental. Okay. Katchanamburi. Okay, so yeah, that's something we haven't looked at. We've only been looking around in Bangkok, haven't we? We should have a look at sort of something more in, Isan or where is it, Mark? Where's Mark live? Oh, Mark's house. He's up in Nakashima. Yeah.
Nakashima, yeah, that place.
Yeah.
Can't say where he lives. He gets upset.
I can't spell it, so I'm going to have to
Google it, Warren.
Nakashima. Okay, so what are we getting here? So we got some condos.
Make it easy for you.
Or that, no.
Korat, yeah, sorry. So it's a condo there, 1 bedroom, 32 square metres, 2.4 million. That's actually more expensive than what we're getting around here. 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
Is that where it fits? Oh, look, what? Kidding.
I've got all property types. I've got really not seeing anything else. So that's a 3 point.
Right in the middle of the city or something.
Well, you notice obviously this one here has got a bigger land footing.
True story.
And some of
530
them,
land area, 538 square metres.
and some of them come with a family
It's half a
attached.
rye, isn't it? Is that half a
No,
rye?
that's 2 rye, isn't it?
I don't know.
Somebody quickly do. Somebody else do the calculations. I don't know how to do the calculations.
Come on, somebody gets what's happening? Somebody.
How many ride?
It's 538 square metres.
How much is a rye? Is that 1,000 or 2,000? I can't remember.
A ride's about half an acre. Gentlemen, if you want a couple of acres, we can kick you in the nuts.
That's pretty good, John.
One. So 600 square metres. So basically, it's
600.
so we're my house in Australia was 760 square metres. So it's mine was half a rye. So 500 is about a third of a rye.
Right.
But yeah, okay, so that's going north. Not much. The prices are fairly large, compared. I guess that's Rakanaka and Rakashima. Let's pick something that's probably not. Oh God, what's Google Maps? Come on, give me a break.
Nothing's wrong with those prices. Shit.
Let's go somewhere where for Konkan,
Up to Chiang Rai or Chiang Mai. Chiang Rai, actually.
Chiang Rai.
A good deal up there. My mate just bought one up there. He got a really good buy up there. He paid 1.5, I think he paid. Where I'll be heading for.
Why can't I spell Chiang Rai? Chiang, because I need an I in it. Yeah, come on. Chiang Rai. What have we got there? I see you're getting sort of 2-bedroom, 1.6 million house. This is obviously freehold.
Is it how much? Mr.
1.69.
Yeah. Very good
Single
buys up there.
story.
Yeah.
Land size 60 square. Right, so that's square wa.
Enough to swing a chook.
Yeah, I think you could actually grow some chooks even.
Was it?
Yep.
There's a good question there from Dom.
Good.
Really?
Yeah.
Good
Scrolling.
question.
From who? Oh, Dom B.
B.
Okay. Everyone says Thais want new real estate, but established real estate and old real estate values don't dip in price, right? Or the value doesn't go up as much as they should. What we're sort of seeing here is we're seeing pricing on a website, which is as close as we can get to what we have in Australia called the domain, which is where everybody lists. So in Australia, all your real estate agents and all the different agencies and everything else that work, they all use the web selling methodology. It's the only way to reach a larger population because Australians are fairly switched on for that. Thais, on the other hand, aren't, right? And most of the sales are done word of mouth. As I said, that block, the house that we're vying for to buy, that was somebody mentioned it was for sale, right? So a friend of father's has said, go and check out blah, blah, blah. There's something up there. And so I think Chanya found it on Facebook. It's definitely not listed here on the property. Right, so there's a whole estate there selling houses and they don't list. Right, it's all done privately or off book or I don't know how they work. It's just crazy stuff. Trying to keep some sort of semblance of uniformity. Well, that's sort of it's a Thai thing. They don't want uniformity. It's quite bizarre. But yeah, so it's a good question. Established.
Warren, how about a 2-story place in Chiang Rai? How much are they?
2-story? Well, we're just going down. So the
Here's
a
oh yeah, that's
excellent. Couple of markup. So that's 2.15. That's a 3-bed, 279 square metres. That's actually not a bad looking place. Looks like it's off book as well. It's land for sale and building house, 1.5 story, 1.5 stories. So it's half a story there. In Chiang Rai, moving my project, spacious house, comfortable, not crowded. For only 2.1 million baht. Yeah,
It's nice.
good. It's a nice. Well, it's
Have a
hard to
look at
s-
it.
Well, we're only going to see plans
I can actually read them.
on a triangle. This is
Oh, it's
another
on a
thing.
corner.
Chinese will not buy on a
Yeah,
triangle.
that's
Chinese will not buy on a triangle block. It's a
Reckon?
funnel for the money to fall out. That's why we couldn't get Chinese buyers in our house, because we had a triangle-sized block in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a limited exposure. Might have got more for Chinese. We're looking for it. But yeah, so it's not bad. But again, this is just a photo. This is a 3D photo. We're not actually going to see the thing. 2.199. There's 3-bedroom. It's even bigger. Beautiful, spacious house and land in Chiang Rai. 22 photos. They're keen to sell this one. The land doesn't look really on the inside. Well, okay.
Oh, it's big. Shit, look at that.
It's got some. What are they? Frangipanis?
Right. Like what do you call it? Mango.
It could be
Mango?
mango. Yeah, it could be mango. Yeah. I'm not very good with my horticulture. My horticulture is a bit on the weird side. Best time to buy a house is always 10 years
Oh, a bit
ago.
off the ground marijuana. You know what that looks like.
Going up. What's wrong with the ground? Is that concrete or is it just hard and compact dirt?
He probably bought topsoil from Thailand. It comes in concrete. Geez, that's big, isn't it?
That's a good
They
size.
stretch it out. Bad.
Oh, it's got a squat toilet.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's got a
Except for
squat
doing
toilet.
your feet.
It's a squat toilet. You know what a squat toilet is. Come on.
Yeah, no, I
You
don't know
don't?
this, what I just refuse.
You refuse to actually.
I can tell you a story, but no, I seriously.
You refuse to let the concept go into your mind.
I actually had to sit on the bloody thing, you know.
Did you? What gets me with the squat toilet? It's okay for girls, but like you try to get a fucking pair of jeans around your ankles and squat and not piss in your pants,
Yep.
right? Really?
Let's take your pants off, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. But like, where do you hang your pants on most? Where do you hang your pants here?
Yeah.
There's nowhere to hang your pants.
No pants on. Yeah, there's nowhere to hang your pants. You got to put them in your teeth.
That's why you walk around. Well, that's why you would, like me, wear a sarong. I don't have squat toilets here, but I wear a sarong around the house. So,
So do I, mate. No underpants.
no underpants.
Move on.
Moving on. Well, they've got a lot of photos here. So nice open spaces.
Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah, there's some
me.
really good. Really
I've
good.
just got to the bathroom. I just got
Oh,
a
yeah.
flash in the head of the pictures of you blokes not wearing underpants and dresses. And it's. I need to consult a counsellor now.
you need
Let's
to go.
do that.
He needs to go and have a cold shower.
He wakes up screaming at night. Oh, look at that one. That's nice. 2.6. That's an Australian house, isn't it?
This
Well,
one
that
here.
one 2.5.
Oh yeah.
It's actually the thing with Chiang Rai. Why I like it, Warren, is because of the weather. So it's not
Yeah,
so hot and
it's much more lenient for the people who don't handle the humidity.
some people have to wear jumpers up there. Actually,
Yeah, I wouldn't. God, you wouldn't. You.
no, I wouldn't. But,
Yeah. But
no, I
some
got
people.
enough. Let's move on from that. Yeah,
That's a nice looking house, though. It's
yeah, it's good, isn't it? And
land
modular,
size
right?
90 square wire.
3-bedroom, 2 baths. That's perfect, actually.
Area. I'm
Well,
trying to
that
find
would
it.
you lose it?
No, I'm just trying to get convert to. I want to go wire to meters. square square. It's not going. Okay, we're not going to get square wa.
It's probably where I'll end up, Shanghai. I'll look it up there.
Yeah, but again, this one here looks very salubrious. They've even got grass. They've even put turf down. I just said that. Did you see the photos of Mayor Groves? He's done all the turf down, and it's pretty much all. Yeah.
That is a very substantial dwelling.
I think it's almost time to get back down to Mayor Groves' house and do the pool party thing. We haven't been invited yet. I don't think he's got ready for the pool party yet. But
we're Australians. We just go and invite ourselves.
You just invite yourself to. Yeah, I got to ride down.
You go there and don't go home. Don't pay rent either.
Yeah, I've got a motorcycle ride tomorrow, but I should get the bike ready for doing some longer trips. I like that feature wall on the front. That looks interesting.
That's the same as when you move in. We'll come to the house party and won't move out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Some nice glass.
Who are you? Nice, isn't it?
It's good selection of PowerPoints around the walls, high and low.
Yeah, you might be short of them, will you?
Well, that's all.
I love the carpet they put in these houses. I just love it.
Carpet? That's tile.
Tile?
You don't put carpet in Thai houses.
It was a joke. No, you don't have carpet at all, and it's clean. They wipe their feet. They take their shoes off when they go inside.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. If you've got tiles, it's easy to clean up muddy.
You're Australian. You walk in the house and rub the dog shit off your shoe.
Yeah, that's it. But look, you could have a dog there.
Nice,
yeah, like, geez. 2 cars.
That's actually quite nice, that.
Yeah. There you go, guys. Look, you want that listing? You want to buy it right now? I can send you the link. 2690. Yeah.
It's not bad, actually.
Yeah, I quite like that one. Yeah. Oh, we're getting up to 5 million now. This is HISO territory.
Let's have a look at the photos.
This is one rye.
Narrow there.
Looks like your own castle. Looks like a castle, doesn't it?
That's really stupid.
Actually, it looks like it's in BFJ.
4 arrows from the top there.
I guess it was a European design, getting a castle effect.
Always wanted a castle.
Somebody died.
Okay, well, outside my price range.
How much was that one?
5 million, wasn't it?
5090. So you probably, if you went in with cash, you probably get it for 4.5. If you gave them,
it's 150 grand, isn't it? 150. Yeah, it's 150 grand.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. There's a thing out.
Jesus, that's 150 grand. Shit.
Comes with its own Thai family.
That's a bell tower, yeah. Yeah.
With a 228,000.
Quasimodo lives in the tower there.
228,000. Okay. Aussie dollars.
228. It's 2,000 out. Okay.
Okay, let's. What's another one? Something a little bit more out of the sticks.
Oh, what about Phuket? Or
no, we'll go and look at that shortly. But I'm going down into here. We visited this area before. It was in Mon Bridge. Is there anything? Okay, so it's not where we're not going to get Mon Bridge.
Hello there, fella.
So that'll probably come up under Kasanamburi. Just trying to find somewhere that's Sukhothai. Sukhothai is a fairly reasonable price. Sukhothai. That's the inside. So there's not much for sale. Again, there's not much for sale up there, you know.
It's not a
Starting
real
with-
big city, though, is it, Warren?
Yeah. But there'll be plenty for sale, but not listed. This is the trouble, you know, getting into that sort of stuff. Okay, let's have a look in Pattaya.
John Jimmy, probably.
Pattaya, Chonburi. What do we got? Starting
There
price.
was one for
the-
35. Yeah. It's the one that's for
Oh, look at that,
35.
29 squares.
Okay.
Durian sales shop. 250,000.
It's for rent. Yeah. Or in the business.
Yeah, I'm guessing that with the business. That's far, but there's a condo. Doesn't give me any details on that one. What's that one there?
500,000 bucks.
Might be a
Jesus.
short-term condo.
No, it's a full on price, I think, isn't it?
Second option, Flybird unit, 26 square metres on floor 4, building D, fully furnished, ready to move in, bright new. Name only 500,000 baht plus 50%. 50% for the transfer taxes. Oh, this is something I've never actually found out. How much are the transfer taxes anyway?
50% for the transfer tax.
How much is the transfer tax?
I can't even remember. Oh. I don't know. Jesus, that's bloody cheap, isn't it? Nice little holiday home.
It's not very big though. It's not much bigger than 10 foot square, 12 foot square.
Yeah, it wouldn't even have a bloody toilet in it, I wouldn't imagine.
Transferred out of Land Department of Thailand. This duty includes 5% of the value of the purchasing price for 0.5%, depending on the highest amount. This tax is not applied to the business tax, no.
Don't forget you've got all taxes and all the little ones. And
So
then
it's
they-
2% over the price value of the property, and then stamp duty of 0.05%.
Okay.
So effectively 2.5% of the price. Yeah.
There you go. Not a lot of dough there. Jeez, that's blood. What about this 675 one, Maurice? Have a look at that one.
That's all right. Don't just go in there. So
Hang on, 36 squares. What was the top one again? That was, how many squares was that one, John? You said?
that was
Oh, it was
Uh,
28 square metres.
that was 36. Where was that one? That one there, yeah, that one. 36 square metres. That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's,
36, 25. What we got for the bottom here?
North Studio
That's right,
Apartment
Paul.
near Wong Atom Beach. Well, you wouldn't have a
nothing
swim
wrong
at
with that, Reg.
Wong Atom Beach.
Do they have any get stuff taxes and shit like that on top of all the whole lot of it, Robert?
There we go. So that's okay. That's John Thames. It's actually north of the
That's
beach.
where you want to be. That's beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, 36 square metres. Let's have a look at the photos.
Look at a few photo, yep. This is
Mm.
exciting. Look at that.
It's come with
Got a
that
decent
big
sized
bed.
bedroom. Pretty decent kitchen. What's
Yeah.
that chair was in the other room too, wasn't it? Or was it one room?
No, that's a bigger
A
chair.
different chair.
Different chair.
Room, just different corners are focused on different things.
There's your Wi-Fi router there.
Well, the Wi-Fi router wouldn't have to travel far.
Well, that's right, exactly. Yeah. We'd have to-
36. That's okay, isn't it? It's two rooms,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
It's
that's
got
what we're looking at.
You've got a lounge and a bedroom, so that's what you basically what you probably need.
That was that
Yeah.
IKEA walkthrough we did. Yes, 36. Yeah.
If it's a balcony, if it's got a balcony, that's a bonus.
A lot of them you're not allowed to. Yeah. A lot of condos you buy, John, you're not allowed to cook in them. You know that?
That's why you have a balcony.
That's
You're
a,
not allowed to cook on the
looks like there's a
balcony.
little balcony on that one. So that's the outside.
Oh, look at that.
balcony.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Look, that one even comes with a town bike.
Mm.
That's got a balcony. That's
That's
good.
actually a pretty. How much was that again?
This one here. That one here was 675,000.
Jesus, that's actually a pretty good buy.
Mm.
Yeah, but like William always said to me, he says you've got to look at the ongoing fees. You know, the body corporate type fees and things like that.
Yeah, but John, when you get to Thailand, mate, you got to look at the ongoing hotel fees.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
know,
look,
pretty rude. Oh, they used to be. I don't know about now. They're probably giving them away. Come and stay here for free.
Live in a gutter somewhere. It doesn't matter.
Here's a studio unit. This is like there's one room sitter. This is a studio.
Price, don't they?
Yeah, 1 room studio apartment. So it's just front door, bathroom, and that's it. That's your house.
That's what you don't want. No.
It's
Front
all
door.
open plan.
You don't want anybody back door in you. That's a good idea.
Yearly fees 8,190 Thai baht.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the one you want. No, the-
That's for your parking, John. And plus, I don't know about the electricity. I don't know how they're going to work that out.
that's
Water
the
and
other.
stuff. No, that'd be maintenance, John, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It's your body. It's like what we'd call a body proof.
So it's got a little side door area for your. Well, can't work out what that is, but that's a bit weird.
Looks like a little balcony, doesn't it? All
Looks like they've extended into the balcony, doesn't it? They put the glass on the. So that was a balcony across there, but they've extended into the balcony and put a glass up there, and that's the balcony. Probably just to keep it uniform with some sort of ordinance for the place. You've got to have an outside area for the balcony. That's where they put their washing.
Right.
but the one, if you've got a little,
Big
You
air
get a little-
conditioner.
as long as you can go outside and get a breath of fresh air,
Oh, that's probably where that's where they put the air conditioner, so you don't hear the air conditioner. That's what it is. That's
Yep.
it.
that's not that bad because
If it's only one room, though, isn't it?
It's only one
Yeah,
room. It is. It's only one room. Yeah.
if you're going to live in it, it's completely different if you're going to just use it for a transition hub or something like that.
Well, you'd probably want to live there, wouldn't you?
So that's where
Well,
your
it-
kitchen and fridge go.
If somebody,
The bathroom.
somebody's
Got hot water.
Gee.
That's the downstairs foyer.
somebody wants to go and live, get their options open and whatever.
And that's
No,
what the
it's not
building looks
bad.
like.
That's the building
yeah.
there. It looks pretty good.
Well, the building doesn't look too bad.
It's not the kind of property you're going to decide, tomorrow I'm going to sell it because I've changed.
If
my
I was
attitude."
if I was single, this would do me fine.
You need 2 rooms, Warren. Come on.
No, because I just put put a little wall across there to put the computer system and everything else.
Put a
but,
green screen sheet across and
Put a
then
green
play
yeah.
it.
That's it, a green screen, fold out green screen. I mean, totally ignoring what people are doing here. Free drinks to stay at Wazza's house in the new condo. Joe, big bad Joe, thanks for that. Patty MD's joined us as well. G'day, Patty MD. 2.5 is around 114,000. Yeah. That's quite a bit. I'm just making sure. My only issue is when you buy a condo, is your neighbour's noise. Well, this is something that's always been on my mind, but we've now lived in 3 of these townhouses, right? The first one was just over the other side of the Pekasem Road here. Yes, we had some noise from a panel beating shop, but not from the panel beating per se. Is the fact that from about 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock at night, they would turn their radio on or music on. That was afternoon, and probably once or twice a week they're just blaring music. But they'd normally shut off after 7 o'clock. They were always pretty good with that. They would never go past 7 o'clock. But that was the only time we really had any noise problems. Everybody else, I think, last week when we were doing a live stream, we had somebody doing some renovations 2 doors down, and we had a bit of drilling going on. Some people said it was quite soothing. It felt like I was at the dentist again. But
Yeah, thanks, Warren.
really, was that you, was it? You were the dentist. Yeah, but noise has never really been a problem. We get the noise is more the freaking trucks that run up and down the street at 7:30 in the morning with the loudspeakers saying, "Come and buy my mangoes."
Oh, I love that. I really got off on that.
Oh, really?
You've got to love it, but it doesn't matter.
No! You like that one? Oh, Jesus.
It really, that's an irrelevant statement because, right, until I moved into a town environment. I was on a farm. My closest neighbour was over a kilometre away. So
Mm.
the neighbours, you move into a closer environment. Yeah, some of my neighbours really shit me. Some of them are wonderful people. And it doesn't matter what country you're in, you're going to get arseholes no matter where you are.
Mm.
Only
Yeah,
thing that...
the food carts and shit, John, are terrible in Bangkok. You know, they don't. You know, they start about 7 a.m., 7:30, and you know you can't sleep in. You get this, and they've got to wake everybody up to come out and get their breakfast and whatever they're selling. And it's pretty bad.
I know up in the village there's one bloke that he don't really like me because he'd have his little thing, you know, screaming out trying to sell his shit, and I used to use his jaguar and shoot him. Little pebbles and piss off, you bastard. It's too early. Suppose that's not really user friendly, is it?
I remember this movie as The Fifth Element. And I was, you know, there was a condo he was living in this. I don't think any photos of that thing. It was quite compact. I don't know if you remember the movie. It would have had 15 square meters, but everything folded into everything else. It was quite bizarre. I don't think we got any. I remember the Chinese shop.
Opinion of a bachelor studio, one bedroom. One bedroom, mate. Bachelor studio is just an open piece of room. That's it. It's just one room. And it's got a toilet. That's it. Nothing. These are one bedroom places got defined areas and something you work with where.
That was it. That was his little condo. It had the window at the front that the thing come up in the Chinese. Yeah, remember that condo and everything folded into everything else.
Yeah. And the bed folded down by over the bath and
it was quite bizarre. Was it? Yeah. So there is it. John Randall, Fifth Element. Kobe and Dallas apartment. Yeah, so you had the shower that became a closet, and don't worry, I can sort of see condos are going to get like that at some stage. They seem to be getting smaller and smaller. And I think we've now sent it down to 24 square meters in some places.
Well, that's 20. If you think perspective is. If we use two terminologies, a sheet of plywood for the metric is 1.2, 2.4. If we use the American, it's 4 foot by 8 foot. That equals 2.88 square meters. So you're 10 times that. For that gives you a bit of an idea of the floor space.
This one here is a 40 square metre, but it looks like again it's just one of those single room apartment style living. It's just one room with a balcony on the outside. At least the balcony's still there.
You know, the balcony. One thing about a balcony.
It's got carpet. It's got carpet on the floor. Really?
Obviously, been a European. That owned it, but
European,
one thing about it, the balcony is the bonus that the room is 4 times the size, because you can actually go and sit on the balcony, do a bit of people watching, whatever. You're not just seeing 4 walls with a crappy little window. Just some of the place
smart
looks
properties.
Looks very Spanishy type.
Very Spanishy, yes.
Architectural.
25 square meters. 25 square meters. So there's
purple. Oh, that's really.
Pool show us all the pool and everything. Pool looks good, but it's a single bedroom. It's an ensuite bathroom. There's your balcony. It's a corner. It's a one room apartment. Yeah.
It's only a place to lay your head and whatever. There's
put your computer up, yeah.
There's a lot to see and a lot to do, and it's got a balcony, so that at a right kind of price, it's not going to. If you buy it, you're not going to be able to unload it for 10 years or whatever. All of these places have been on the market for a long time.
Of course, this is something I saw going up in Australia recently, or before I left. You know, those shipping container houses. Are you familiar with these? A friend of mine was a plumber. He actually built something at the back of his place. He built his his office in shipping containers. That was 15 years ago. But yeah, some of them are getting quite fancy with these shipping containers, and I don't know why it doesn't
Warren, they're starting to do it in Thailand too.
Yeah, I was going to say I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in Thailand yet, but it's a wonder it hasn't started happening more often.
See them a lot at markets and stuff now, or the newer markets. You'll see them. They've got their little restaurants and shit inside of containers. But
Oh yeah.
It's actually a lot as you head out of Bangkok, heading north. There's a lot of land. It's got multiple designs of shipping container shops, houses, kind of. It's about halfway between kind of Bangkok and Ayutthaya.
Yeah, this is Beckett and night markets just around the corner from us. All these little shops are all shipping containers.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anybody do any housing yet. I've seen the knock-up shops.
It has. Mother-in-law and I just. It's not the first time.
What they're doing now in some of them, John, they're putting up a big complex like a. I don't know how to spell that. When they put up a big building, they're dropping all these shipping containers. They stack them all up, and everybody lives in them. When they're building it, when they're making the building. Yeah.
Ready Player One. Yeah. For some reason, I can't get the thing to go onto the main road there. Come on, give me a break.
Mother-in-law and I, we've done a few of them.
Okay.
More for holiday houses.
Road now.
You know, done houses, done the containers, but I personally wouldn't build a house out of one. In some ways, the concept of it being cheaper is not. You've got your thermal qualities.
Mr. Mitch has just sent us something. What's he sending us? Okay, this shipping container homes. Okay, in Thailand. Well, I'll have to look at that later on there, Mr. Mitch.
That might be the place I was talking about, Mr. Mitch. That I've driven past that many times. It's been around. And containers are not expensive, but the amount of work you've got to do, and like I say, your thermals, especially living in a hot country, steel gets hot and it transfers. The amount of insulation you've got to put into them.
And the roof doesn't drain very well as well. That's another thing that'll worry, because it'll retain water and they'll rust.
You don't need that in Thailand. You just drain it into your neighbour.
That's right. You put a roof across and off your land, and the runoff of that roof goes onto your two neighbours, so you don't have to worry about that. But
yeah, but this anyway. Back to the Beckett and night market. This area here. This couple of years ago when it first went up, it used to be the Battle of the Bands. Right, typical shipping container width for your shop. It's changed a little bit now. I think there's too much competition, but every container would have a 3-piece or a 4-piece band in it, and they're all playing at once. It was
what, the same song or what?
No, different styles of music. So you go the length of a shipping container, right? That was that band, and then your next shipping container, a different band playing.
Hey Warren, have you ever heard two versions of Imagine? I was at that
really
Asia Boutique Market. There was two bands across. They're both playing Imagine. Not the same beat, like one started a couple of minutes after the other one. Oh.
But yeah, like, look, get back to Pattaya. Like the prices definitely still look quite reasonable down in Pattaya.
Listen, what about Phuket?
Phuket.
Phuket's going down the shit tube. I reckon it's going to be real cheap.
In the common area out through there's quite a few shipping container little vendors.
Bloody cheap for Pattaya, isn't it?
2-bedroom condo
Jesus,
for
look
sale.
at that, 200. Oh,
I'll go and buy that tomorrow. Jeez, I got 200. Got a
Wow.
200. Could go and buy
That'd
50,
be a cheap.
50
Have a look at that, Warren.
53 square meters. What's going on here? That's ridiculous price.
Jesus.
Got a balcony.
So we got kitchen. Okay, so the laundry.
What's it on the tarmac of the airport or something, is it?
I don't know. Well, we'll see if we can find that out.
Has it got a balcony?
We
Just
got a
going
train
to
running through it.
It's got hot water. It's got power points.
That window.
That's right. Well, they want to show the balcony bathroom off. Yeah, there is a balcony. Yeah, some trees out the front, palm trees.
I think you want to go back and read that again. It must be a mistake there somewhere. Look at this. Oh, yeah.
It might be a deceased estate.
I don't give a shit.
Got a do not disturb sign for the handle. What would that be for? I don't know. Somebody's trying to sell a hotel room. 2-bedroom condo for sale, and PopeKael Phuket condo for sale, 56, because 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms located on.
It's 200.
200 deposit. That'd be the thing. 200 deposit.
Yeah, that's, there's something fishy with that one.
Yeah.
Something's
But
really.
Phuket's going down the shit tube real bad.
But you know, that's another one there. Spacious condo Phuket's another 295, 1-bedroom bar. Maybe that's better for the expectations. But price, I think, looks like Pattaya had better pricing options. Just going up here. This is Phuket.
It's one of those things that you look at that and you say, "Oh shit, yeah." You really have to look at the fine print because where it is, what it is.
John, a lot of condos were built for the Chinese market.
Yeah.
I do realise
And
there's
now-
a saturation.
Now there's a non-saturation of Chinese going there, so they've got a lot of condos for sale, I would imagine.
Yeah. At 30 square metres for a Chinaman, yeah, that's quite big. I think
I keep them in the letterbox, mate. You get in the little letterbox.
the condos that they were
Very big.
the condos for sale in China were very, very small, 20 square metres. Oh yeah. You've got to go and have to watch a channel like what was it? That was the guys that I used to tune into.
I know.
ADV China.
What's Panda or something like that?
ADV China. They did a lot of that sort of stuff, or on their separate channels. They've been kicked out of China, but that's another thing altogether.
Oh yeah, I know the guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Panda. What's his name? I can't remember. Whatever.
So it's just
Sapanza.
Sapanza and his mate, yeah. Sapanza and his mate. But they would do a bit of the condo sort of stuff and talk about that sort of shit. Quite interesting stuff. Look at the freaking time. It's coming up 5 minutes. We've got 5 minutes to go. We need to do a wrap up. What have I missed? Kevin Pearson, g'day. Sorry for not giving you a shout out there.
Mr. Mitch, it's easy to eat the tongs because when they get to age, they all start fighting. So, yeah, you got to do a cull. I can understand that. I used to grow turkeys.
So, is there anything I've missed on this conversation? But any last questions you need to ask? We'll just watch what the chat says while we do a wrap up. Because the fact that I've got to jump into my game. I've got to go and rescue Oggy again.
Get your game face on, Warren.
Yeah, we get so many things happening at the moment in the game. But
Get a rip job.
Anyway, enough of the condos and everything else. Like, there's definitely some bargains look like that could be had here at the moment. Because when I looked last time, those prices weren't that low. So
yeah, everywhere, and the markets are bleeding. Wyatt was travelling. was never going to stop, and the building just continued and continued.
Well,
Right. Not only
they can't stop. The building goes to a planning stage, then a building stage, and like from concept plan, purchase of land to when you actually move in, can take up to 5 years. Like as I said, it's, anything can happen in 5 years.
And the investors are bleeding because they got investment. So it's sell at cost or a bit above. So realistically, this is a buyer's market, but you've got to get there to buy.
That's right,
Because
buyer's market, and then of course what safeguards you've got to keep those price. Like you might be buying, but they're going to sting you later on by putting your fees up to cover the losses.
Well, that's the other part about it. You need. This is where we're at the
CPI adjusted fees for 15 years or something.
Yeah. Well, instead of electricity being worth $10, they're charging you 30. Where water is worth $2, they're charging you 40. All those kind of bullshit things.
Somebody was asking about electricity prices. I don't think I've got a bill. I just paid the electricity. You think I can find the bill? That's right. She went through my drawer looking for some paperwork. So the bills are probably on the bottom now. Oh, no, here we go.
Don't do that. You'll find bills that you haven't paid.
There we go. That's one recent one. Somebody's asked me the unit price of electricity out here. I don't even know. It's all in Thai. I can't read it. Give me a break. Anyway. What it's a last meter reading, previous meter reading, installation car invoice, kilowatt hour. So 1181 per kilowatt hour. No, 1181 hour kilowatt hour. Is that?
That's how many kilowatt hours you use.
Okay, 1181 kilowatts is what I've used. Is that what it is?
Yep,
Kilowatt hours.
right.
Just trying to work out how the calculation works. I just pay the bill. I don't worry about all the fine print. It's all in Thai. I can't see any direct correlation with the kilowatt hour price like we see in Australia. Okay, so it was 1,181 kilowatts, and that was 4,996 baht.
You're paying 40 baht.
That's all right. Let's do a calculation. Quickly just do a calculation. So calculation was 4,996. Divide that by 1181. That's 4.23. So previous that's 4. That's 4.2 baht per kilowatt hour. Is that right?
That's something like that.
So, and then we go and change that to. So 4.2 baht. That's 19 cents per kilowatt hour. I think that's about what we pay in Australia, isn't it? What do they pay in Australia?
27.
27 now is in Australia. Okay. So electricity a bit cheaper over here.
Electricity is very cheap.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's very cheap, but it's cheaper. All I remember is the fact that I had off-peak in Australia, so I was paying, peak price was 32, off-peak was 9, and the cusp was 14. So, I didn't have the standard pricing of off-peak electricity. Well, Mitch, he's 10 cents per kilowatt hour. So, yeah. What do you got going on the back there, Johnny?
I've got a.
You got your missus.
My wife's Wife's doing the stuff, talking to a Thai friend, so that's
That's
why
right.
sounds-
That's right.
That's why it sounds like a chook house.
Just anyway, look, it is
Never
out.
gets rolled over to shave too, Warren.
Oh, there we go. Let's get the
Actually,
shot.
I've got an electricity account that I just got this week. Here, off peak, I'm paying 34 cents a peak, 21.175 off peak. Solar, my solar, I get paid back 10 cents. So
Like
solar's
that,
worth having. We're getting effed over in this country. That's why I say power is just to be burnt in Thailand because it's cheap as crap.
This is why a friend of
Warren,
mine.
I like that background, Warren. I just stole that.
Did you? You can
Why?
steal that if you want. I can
Let's
send it
steal
to you.
that one.
Hey?
Let's just steal a good one.
What's wrong with that?
Because Johnny's looking at it with me in the background, in the front foreground.
Looks like birds have been shitting on the rock for years, and it's just
Well, they probably have been. They probably have been because it is a beach. That's where the pigeons shit and the seagulls shit.
with the black stuff is, and it looks like birds.
Watching here from New Zealand, Kevin Pearson, how you doing? Anyway, look, it is that time. We've been on for 2 hours. We try to wrap it up to the 2 hour mark. We'll probably continue talking for the next 10, 15 minutes anyway. That's one of the things with the Discord. If you're on the Discord, you can always come and chat later. But I do want to wrap it up. I don't want to sort of keep you guys. You got life to get on with. I got some game to play.
Sure.
So I'm going to wrap it up here. As the complex gets older, they keep going up. Cover repairs. Eventually, you can rent the same complex for the cost of your. Anyway. Thanks for dropping in. It's always great. It's mainly real contact I get live with people not living in Thailand. Of course, we have a Friday meetup that I get to see all the locals here, but it's good to stay in touch with everybody around the world. Like there's only so much you can really sort of converse on, the comment section on the YouTube and the people who will link me up on Facebook, and we might get the occasional chat there. But this is the only time we really get to chat with all our audience. If they want to put up with the banter and get a word in edgewise and me not reading the chat. Everybody else doing live chat seems to want to sort of read everybody's comment, and quite frankly, that's for you to chat amongst yourselves. You want to chat, you got to come on live. Come on, the
Barry
voice.
Said hello to John said hello to Barry, and Barry said hello back to John.
Yeah, that's right. If you want the conversation, you got to get on the Discord and have a converse with us. We're going to get the cacophony going, 20 people in a chat, because that can get quite complicated sometimes. But it's always great to have you here. Thanks for all the super chats and everything else. Don't forget, you got your Patreon, the PayPal, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to hit the closing screen and get out of here. Where's my closing screen? Peace out, guys. Great to have you along, and see you next week.
See you later.
There we go. Johnny and Stephen, thanks for joining us, Johnny and Stephen, and Oggy, he was here. Don't forget, Patreons and Super Chat supporters. Love you all. Show your support, and we're out of here. Where are we? Where's the button? There you go. There's a video you might like. Watch channel.